We'll learn about RBR Music School.
We'll check out Let's Play Gaming Expo 2018.
And we'll rediscover Razoo's Cajun Cafe.
All this and more coming up About Town.
Hello everyone and welcome to About Town. I'm Susan Kamyab.
And I'm Kathy Whiteman. We're here on location at the fabulous Irving Arts Center as the final repairs are being made at the station after last week's fire.
So a big thank you to the Irving Arts Center for being our home away from home this week.
Well, I am thrilled to have you back in the co-host chair, even though it does feel a little odd because we haven't done this in a while this way.
I know, this is very different. But it's nice to change things up.
It is truly.
I do think we should take a moment just to thank the way Susan Rose handled the fire last week.
Absolutely, thank you, boss. We really appreciate it.
She's there at 1:30 in the morning.
In the morning to be there. The Irving firefighters, Irving building services, everybody came in. Such a great team, and we stayed on the air the whole time.
Yes.
So,
success.
Yeah, great team.
Yeah.
So great to have you here.
Yeah, great to
and
be here.
It's great that you could be here for details on Main Street Event 2018.
We'll also get the latest news on the Main Place and their upcoming neighborhood block party.
As always, we'd love to hear from you. Let us know if there's a community event you'd like to promote on the show or a story you'd like to see us cover.
You can email us at ictn@cityofirving.org or connect with us on social media. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you.
One way you know that summer is drawing to a close in Irving is checking the Momentum Dance Company's schedule for their annual auditions for the Nutcracker. Here's some highlights in this week's Arts Review.
2, 3, 4.
It's that time again. Dancers as young as 5, 2 young professionals, grabbed their tap shoes and toe shoes and lined up to put their best dancing feet forward.
2, 3, stay over here now, first group.
Momentum Dance Company's annual production of the Nutcracker attracts dancers from all over the Metroplex to audition for a coveted spot in the cast. It's an opportunity for young dancers to grow their skills and for more experienced dancers to challenge themselves in the time-honored holiday classic.
Emerson, front, brand 2, 3, brush through.
Dancers selected for this year's show have their work cut out for them. They'll rehearse for the next 2.5 months to be ready for the Thanksgiving weekend performances. This is Kathy Whiteman for About Town. Save the dates for this year's production of the Nutcracker on November 23rd through 25th. Stay tuned to About Town for details as we get closer. There are a lot of talented kids in Irving, and one of the places they can go for musical training is RBR Music School. But now they've got something new afoot. Susan attended the ribbon cutting and brings us this story.
3, 2,
The RBR Music School is celebrating a new addition to their fine arts program.
We are having our ribbon cutting for our partner school, Irving Ballet School. We opened up Irving Ballet as a branch of RBR Music.
Owner Zoe Schomer created the school in an attempt to give students the opportunity to learn about all kinds of music at an affordable cost.
That led me to open RBR Music, which stands for Rhythm Before Reading. So here we're able to teach children as young as 3 years old in a small group and help them learn language of music for only $80 a month. We have all instruments, piano, violin, guitar, and voice. You name the instrument and we can teach it. We have a cello teacher. Top faculty from UNT and SMU now comes to Irving, so we no longer have to travel to Dallas.
And if kids are looking for a fun way to beat the summer heat, the music school offers various summer camps.
We have summer camps for music and ballet, really any arts you can think of. If your child is interested in dancing, sign them up for a half-day ballet camp. If they're not sure and they're a little shy and they're not sure, sign them up for our musical theater camp. They learn to sing, dance, and act. And our goal is to help the shyest child find that confidence in themselves. So no experience needed, just celebrate the arts.
With 450 students currently enrolled in both the music and ballet school, Zoe explains how rewarding it is to see the students thrive in these programs.
I love the arts. I think I grew up in a big family and the arts were very expensive for my parents. So I had to be very self-motivated and I didn't get the extracurriculars like the ballet lessons and music lessons I had to teach myself. So when I see these children coming in It's like me getting to live my childhood, and I'm so grateful to make it affordable because my parents couldn't afford it for me.
The RBR Music and Ballet School continues to expand its fine arts wings by hosting children's musical productions.
We started with one musical, Sleeping Beauty, and it was so popular it sold out in 24 hours, our 4 shows. We've since done 3 MTI musicals, and this fall we're going to be doing a new musical, so stay posted and audition. We have students auditioning outside of Irving from Grand Prairie, Carrollton, because musical theater is so desperately wanted in Irving. It's really filling a void.
Auditions for the fall musical will begin the week after Labor Day, and Zoe encourages all theater arts lovers to try out. For About Town, this is Susan Comyoff.
RBR Music is located at 3248 Skyway Circle North in Valley Ranch. To learn about their upcoming musical theater auditions, visit rbrmusic.com.
Backed by popular demand, the Let's Play Gaming Expo returned to the Irving Convention Center for a second year of the latest and greatest in the gaming fandom. Here's a look. The Let's Play Gaming Expo has returned to Irving and is setting high scores in the community.
Nearly 6,000 gamers attended the Let's Play Gaming Expo at the Irving Convention Center.
Oh, wonderful. The energy is amazing.
The venue's really nice. There's a lot of vendors, and I always like when there's other games too. It's interesting to be able to spectate.
We have 2 stories filled to the brim of over 100 arcades set free to play. Giant esports arena of huge tournaments going on, over 1,100 competitors, huge vendor hall, as well as upstairs we have tabletop gaming, we have D&D, we have a Chimera lab where you sew together pieces of different plush animals to create your own monster and whatnot. It's just a lot of stuff.
One of the biggest draws to this expo is participating in and seeing the tournaments.
I was watching, I guess, for a while when I was younger. To see players that I used to watch and play them and maybe even beat them, it's really interesting. Just I don't know, the difference, I guess.
The Super Smash Bros. Premier Tournament brought out players from all over the world to compete. Tyler Audisho is ranked number 39 globally and explains why he loves playing Smash Bros.
I feel like the freedom you get in this game, you can just move around wherever you want. The combos change so much, and just the excitement, not everything is cut and dry. You never know if you're gonna die or not. There's that surprise factor there.
Various sponsors wanted to get in on the video gaming action by making their booths interactive as well as informative.
LASIK Eye Center, you have to play the Virtual Boy, which is notorious for making your eyes hurt.
What can the State Farm booth do? So we gave a lot of thought, and then we remembered Burnout. Burnout had a special game where you could take a car, and the idea was to crash the car and create as much damage as possible, and then your high score was the amount of damage you caused. And so finally it clicked, and we were like, you know what, that would be perfect. They're trying to sell insurance. We got a game that's all about crashing cars. I'm sitting here cracking up about it. I still think it's funny.
And of course, there was still hot new merchandise for purchase.
I call them decorations. My husband and I are both IT people, and of course all our friends are IT, and we like to put decorations on our desk, right? But because people would always ask if they could use it for a coaster, I do put a waterproof finish on it, and I've got one here that I just started working on last night for Skyrim. So it's all cut out. I put 1 coat on it. I have to put 2 more. Then I color the cork and glue it to the back.
There is one vendor that's doing Pokemon ecosystems. So they're Pokeballs that have little worlds inside of them. And so the top is a clear dome, and you can see them, living in their natural habitat. So that's really cool.
There was something to do anywhere you turned, including the popular Arkham Arcade, which featured rows of old-school arcade games guests could play for free, reliving the fun and reminding gamers why they love to play.
It's an escape to an extent, but also it's just there's a lot of interesting things. Some of them are relaxing, some of them are exciting. There's good stories in video games.
I don't know. clicked with me.
I love video games because my dad and I used to play video games. Whenever I was little, he would never let me win. And so I just got this really big competitive spirit because of it. And video games is one of the easiest ways for me to express my competitive spirit and my dominance on all my friends.
The Let's Play Gaming Expo once again proved to be a unique, family-friendly gaming experience.
It's for everyone. There should be no way that you can't have fun.
For About Town, this is Susan Kamyap.
You can get ready for the 2019 event by visiting letsplaygamingexpo.com.
It's time to get ready for the biggest party in downtown Irving.
And Jackie Madden joins us with all the news on Main Street Event 2018. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Great to see you. So part of the tradition for Main Street is this is a two-day event and you kick everything
Exactly.
off on Friday. So what's happening?
Everything kicks off Friday, September the 21st, and we'll kick it off with a Cheering on Main Street competition, and that's going to be hosted by the Irving Girls Cheerleader Association.
That's great.
And we have about 15 to 20 teams who will be featured on the children's stage. In addition to that, we'll have a lot of fun activities in the children's zone for the kids to do, and it's all free. And on Main Street, we'll have live performances on the main stage by All Funk Radio Show.
Oh, that'll be
Great.
fun.
Yeah, lots of good food, music, and entertainment.
Awesome. And obviously Manifolds on Main is always a crowd favorite. What can people look forward to there?
I think you're going to see more cars. We started recruiting a lot earlier this year, so just a lot of vintage cars to look at and admire. So this is the 10th anniversary of the Manifolds on Main Street Car Show.
That's great.
And we're excited about it.
That's wonderful. So, and that's not all that's happening on
Oh,
Saturday.
no, we're going to have craft vendors. We'll have all types of food. The Children's Zone will open again with more activities on on Saturday. And then we'll have the indoor art exhibit at Glory House as
that
well.
was a
Nice.
lovely addition. And I know your favorite was the hot sauce that was added last year.
Yes, I love that.
The Irving Hispanic Chamber of Commerce will be hosting its annual hot sauce competition in conjunction with the Main Street event this year, and that's going to be loads of fun as well.
So it is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And folks, if you've not been to the Main Street event before, you've got 1,000 reasons to come down. Come see your friends, check out the cool cars, check out all the wonderful cheerleaders on Friday night. But it's a great place to come and enjoy your community because this is downtown Irving at its finest.
It really is.
It truly is. The event, Friday, September 21st from 6 to 10 p.m., Saturday, September 22nd from noon to 6 p.m. For more details, visit irvingevents.org. Ethan Hawke takes on the role of director of the new film Blaze, which follows the story of unsung Texas songwriter Blaze Foley. Singer-songwriter Ben Dickey tackles the title role, and he talked with Susan about his work on the Sundance hit.
I saw daylight in you.
So you're gonna be a big country star, like Roger Miller?
Huh? I don't want to be a star. I want to be a legend.
Well, what's the difference, Deputy?
Well, stars burn out because they shine for themselves. Look at me shine. Look at me glow. I'm amazing. Legend lasts forever.
This movie, it's really great for anyone who isn't familiar with Blaze Foley. It does a good job of showing important moments in his life that everyone can relate to. What do you hope audiences remember the most after watching this movie about Blaze?
Well, there's a lot of Blaze Foleys in the world. There's a lot of people who have a lot to say, and there's a lot of people who don't get a chance to say it. And Blaze was somebody who kind of torpedoed his own fleet, if you will. You know, he burned his own bridges. But he was really touched, and he had a wonderful vision, and he honed his songwriting tool really, really sharp. So I want people to, recognize in themselves if there's things in them that they would like to present to the world or say to the world, and if there's things that they see that are unjust or things that they see that I have a friend who's suffering in some way. Blaze had a lot of people around him that took care of him, but he pushed everyone away toward the end, But also creativity is important for human beings, and nurturing that is something that I want people to remember.
So if they were going to make a movie about your life, what key moments or time period would you want on screen for audiences to see and maybe hopefully connect with?
I like that question. Early in my life, I spent a lot of time with my mother's father. His name is Robert Ganaway, and he was a fisherman. And I spent a lot of quiet hours with him on boats, cane fishing, you know, just not very extravagant casting kind of fish, just cane fishing. And we would have talks. And those talks were bigger than what they seemed to be at the time. And I think that quiet moments with people who have been on earth longer than you offer sagely moments. And in my life, as I've gotten older and I have nephews in my life and I have young people, friends of mine who have kids, it's fascinating to have opportunities to share such moments, you know. So I'm an artist and I've always tried to be so, but I think that if you made a movie about my life, you'd learn a lot from the early parts.
Yeah. So the movie also shows how much music kind of consumed Blaze, so much so that he lost his family, lost everything, really. As a musician yourself, how would you say it's best to like balance, you know, music with the people you care about?
Well, the people you care about have to care about you. It's hard, you know. When I was younger, I did have an attitude of like, it's a jump with no parachute business. And if you can write the kind of songs that people want to hear, you'll kind of grow wings as you fall. But it's not like that. You don't have to jump. It's a challenge. Music's hard. It's hard to make a living, you know, being an artist, period. But there's a lot of pitfalls. And when I was younger, you know, I was never properly homeless, but there were periods of time where I didn't have a home. There's periods of time where I slept in my car, but I always had my guitar. So I always sort of felt like, you know, music for me started out as like a life raft of sorts. And as I got better and understood it more, it kind of grew into a houseboat and kind of turned into an island. So you have to be careful and you have to reach out to people, but it's a language, music. And the people that play music can speak it with other people who play music all over the world. It's magic, and it can make you feel things, it can make you remember things, it can make you dance when you didn't know you wanna.
Yeah. Well, and finally, just tell us, why should people come out and see this film?
Well, if you love music and you love people who play it, and you've asked yourself ever, where does a song come from? That's one of the questions that we pose in the movie, is where does a song come from? Mm-hmm. And it's, to me, again, it's a magical thing. I mean, John Lennon and Paul McCartney write music together. Where were those songs before those boys met each other? And where were all the blues songs that came out of a lot of pain, that came out of the southern, you know, Delta, et cetera, et cetera. It's about music, and it's about an individual who wrote wonderful songs, and it's an opera of sorts, and each of his songs takes you down an alleyway of a chapter of his life. So I think everybody's got songs in their life that, you know, take them back to when they were young, or remind them of somebody that they love, or remind them of somebody they don't love. Yeah. So that's what it is. That's what it's all about.
Do you have a song that reminds you of when you were young?
Yeah. You know, I remember being a kid and listening to A Day in the Life, the last song on Sgt. Pepper's, and there's that gigantic piano hold at the end, and there's actually 4 pianos resonating. And I remember listening to it with headphones on and wondering, A, how'd they make it sound that way, and who invented pianos, and how do I learn more about this whole deal?
And the songs will sound more sweeter when those early keys unfold.
What'd you think, Daddy? You liked it?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Blaze is currently playing at the Angelica Film Center in Plano and Magnolia in Dallas. There are 2 great services in the community, the Main Place and All Things Made New. And if you don't know about them, well, you've come to the right spot.
Sharon Johnston and Michelle Flores joins us with an update and an invitation to a special block party. Welcome.
It's great to see you, ladies. Thanks so much for being here. So, I think a lot of people in the community might have heard of the Main Place, but maybe not know the wonderful work that you're doing. What can you tell us about the Main Place?
Well, I'm Sharon Johnston, and I am the founder and director of the Main Place, which is a retail store without a cash register.
Now, there's a concept.
Yes. There's no template like it in the United States, but what we do is we provide the ultimate shopping experience for each of our clients, each who are referred We don't pre-qualify anyone.
Oh, okay.
An agency that knows the whole person refers to us.
That's great.
And we supply the ultimate shopping experience, complete with undergarments fitting properly, and we dress from head to toe, and we teach modesty. We love on them, we engage with them, and we see them transform before our eyes.
So let's say who this special audience is, because a lot of people don't know the conditions of some of the folks that you deal with. Who are they?
We started with homeless teens who were in school, and we learned that, oh my goodness, they have a baby. Oh, the baby's a toddler. Oh my goodness, this couple that's coming for prom and for graduation have a baby and a toddler. And in December 2010, we had an elderly grandmother there who said, "Do you have sleeping bags?" And I said, "Yes, we do. Why do you ask?" And she said, "Because I sleep on the floor."
Wow.
So that showed us that we needed to broaden our horizons.
You've got
the
a
mission
lot of people to serve.
the mission statement is broad anyway, but we needed to do what God showed us we should do in this community. We included the domestic violence victims and their children.
Yeah.
And we love them. We love on them, and we meet them exactly where they stand.
That's fantastic,
Yeah.
Sharon.
We love doing what we do.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a wonderful organization.
Yeah. Michelle, can you tell us a little bit about All Things New?
Sure, we are a mentoring program for 5th through 12th graders. We started with middle school girls and boys to help them as they transition from elementary to middle school. I'm helping them with decision making, character development, and just some goals and life plans that they might have for themselves, giving them a positive role model to walk alongside with them and someone, a listening ear, just to hear them out as they go through their journey. We do accountability with them, teaching, mentoring, and then we also allow them to network with one another to really find strengths that they each have commonly, and giving them an opportunity to give back through community service in the community.
Amazing.
And broadening their perspective to things that they might not have the resources, the finances, or just the community to engage in. Going and doing things with a leader and a positive role model and a good friend that they don't go to school with, that doesn't live in their neighborhood, that they might not have any other way of communicating or connecting to, but just giving them that purpose for life.
Right.
I think that's fabulous.
That is great.
Yeah. So you guys are doing something really special, kind of combining your efforts.
We are.
Something really special on Saturday, September 8th. Yeah?
8th, yes.
So tell us about that.
Well, we are being introduced to the community, to the neighborhood, nonprofits, volunteer opportunities, resources for the community, etc. So the church, Kirkwood United Methodist Church, wants to introduce us and give that neighborhood a chance to see what we have to offer them, that it would be so beneficial to them, but then also, because we're all commanded to serve, to have places that they know that they can come that's just down the street for them to volunteer and to get involved with somebody else that has it worse than they do.
Wow, that's fabulous.
Yeah. Yeah. Michelle, can you tell us about the block party? We'll all be
Sure.
there.
So we both just moved to a new building at the campus of Kirkwood Methodist Church, and we're very excited about just this new opportunity that's been presented to us. And so we're going to have food and games and bands. We're going to have Lions Club out to do free eye exams. We're going to have the biggest fire truck in Irving on display. We're going to have the Elks Lodge bringing out a big drug awareness vehicle, cakewalk, all kinds of fun things, free library card signups, other resources, other organizations like Sharon mentioned that we can give back to, and just a way to get involved, to meet the people in the community, our neighbors, and let us know that we're here and we're ready to serve them.
That's great.
So if you've got a heart to help, or if you know someone who needs help, you need to be there on that Saturday.
Yes.
But in case folks can't make it, if someone wants to help with donations or whatever, how can they reach you, Sharon?
We have a main number now. It's always been my cell, but now we have a main number. It's 972-252-4082, and we take donations of pre-owned clothing, and we can take even one shoe, but I need the explanation of why you only have one shoe, please, if you do that, because we work with National Recycling Solutions, a partner of ours who's LEED certified, and nothing goes in our landfill, and nothing goes in another country's landfill.
Wow.
So we are proud to be a partner with them. So donating merchandise, that's one thing, and donating cash is always wonderful, and donating your time will help your personal growth. And we would like all of that.
I love that
Amazing.
comment. What about you, Michelle? How can we help?
We're always looking for crafts and art supplies. We love to do activities and dream boards with the kids, snacks and drinks, any kind of little giveaway prizes to help encourage them on their journey of hitting their goals that they've put down for themselves, and then always quality volunteers as well. And you can reach us at allthingsmadenew.net.
All right, fantastic. Ladies, thank you guys so much for being
Thank
here today.
you.
Folks, for a lot of fun and for a chance to really help, or if you know someone who needs help, you'll want to be there Saturday, September 8th. You're going to go to the southeast corner of West 5th Street and Story Road. The fun starts at 11 a.m. and doesn't end until 3 p.m., so make your way over.
This week, we'll rediscover Razoo's Cajun Cafe for a taste of New Orleans flavor, food, and fun.
Razoo's area manager, Andrew Tyler, is cooking up one of the restaurant's most popular dishes, the Cajun Combo Skillet.
The reason for that is that it brings a lot of authentic, different Cajun dishes into one skillet.
Located off 635 in MacArthur, this Razoo's has been a part of Irving for over 25 years. The Gulf Coast Cajun-inspired restaurant makes their food from scratch in-house.
We serve your traditional Cajun foods such as gumbo, Creole, jambalaya, etouffee, but we also have a wide variety of other menu items that you probably wouldn't expect when you come to Razoo's. I do a great chicken fried steak. Our ribs are to die for. Our cheeseburger is extremely popular. So you can come in and get kind of the Cajun-infused spice if that's what you're looking for. We've got the fried seafood if that's your thing. But if you're in the mood for a Caesar salad or a hamburger, we can do that too.
Along with their traditional favorites, Razoo's has added some appetizing new menu items.
Pimento cheeseburger, shrimp and grits, which people have been asking us for a long time. We finally put that on the menu. We offered a shrimp salad lettuce wrap, which is a lighter, non-fried option, really great for the summertime. We also we put in a couple of new appetizers as well, some crackling and cheese dip. We have an andouille po' boy slider. So, you know, like I said, we wanted to stick with our core items, but kind of grow that bucket a little bit by adding in some things that are a little bit different than Cajun.
All that food can make you thirsty. Good thing Razoo's eclectic drink menu has expanded with new specialty cocktails.
We kind of took what are some popular cocktails that are out there right now that you can get in any bar, such as martinis, Manhattans, Moscow mules, and we kind of put a Cajun flair to them. So we have a Bourbon Street mule. Bourbon Street because that is in concert with New Orleans. We've got a dirty Cajun martini. We've got a Manhattan South. Sugar rim. We've got a tipsy cobbler, which kind of tastes like a peach cobbler with a little bit of kick to it.
Guests can enjoy one of these or many other beverages at a discounted rate during happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 7 p.m. But if wine is your drink of choice, take advantage of the Wednesday wine special.
So every Wednesday, half-price wine, and we have 6 different wines that you can choose from. First day was yesterday, and it started off with a bang. We're really excited about that new promotion.
In addition to their made-to-order fresh food, Razoo's also takes pride in their customer service.
We really put an emphasis on hospitality, which I feel is a lost art in the restaurant industry these days. We empower our staff to have a whatever-it-takes mentality. You know, if you want to grill that versus blacken it, the answer is yes. If you don't want your French fries with your meal and you want a salad instead, the answer is absolutely. So not only do we have great food and an awesome environment, great ambiance, but we're going to make sure that you have fun when you come in too.
From homemade Cajun cooking to the American classics, Razoo's has something to satisfy any appetite.
We want you to leave with a multitude of reasons to hurry back.
For About Town, this is Susan Konyab.
Razoo's Cajun Cafe is located at 1414 Marketplace Boulevard.
And here are some other must-see, must-do events happening about town. Don't miss Laughs by the Lake. It kicks off Friday, August 31st at 7 p.m. at Lake Carolyn. You'll want to grab your blankets or lawn chairs and get out there early because In-N-Out Burger is providing free burgers and chips for the first 1,000 guests.
Here's a heads up for fall gardeners. The Irving Public Library is hosting a series of classes called From the Ground Up. September 4th, 5th, 7th, and 8th. On September 5th, the class focuses on growing a fall vegetable garden. It kicks off at 4 p.m. at the East Branch Library and is sponsored by Whole Foods Market. To learn about all the classes available, visit cityofirving.org/library.
Celebrate the beginning of the school year with a back-to-school dance on Friday, September 7th from 7 to 11 p.m. at Cimarron Park Recreation Center. Call 972-910-0702 for more information.
And you can help support the mission of Irving Cares at the Great Harvest on Friday, September 7th at 7 p.m. at the Irving Convention Center. Visit irvingcares.org for tickets and details. And that wraps up this edition of About Town. Thanks for joining us.
Please be sure to tune in next time when we'll meet the winner of this year's competition for Irving's Funniest Comic.
Oh, nice. We'll also meet some of the talented performers at Friday Night Live, and we'll have highlights from the Great Harvest 2018.
It's going to be a great show. We'll leave you tonight with another look at auditions from the Nutcracker. For About Town, I'm Kathy Whiteman.
And I'm Susan Kamyab. Have a great evening.